Okay, student, this is a circle arc properties. Now the theorem 1 states that in equal circles or in the same circle, if two arcs subtend equal angles at the center, they are equal. Now what they told in equal circle. Now suppose this circle and these two circles are equal circle. That means their radius are equal. Or in the same circle. Okay, suppose I'll tell you later. Now these are two equal circles and this is the center, say O, and this is P. If two arcs subtend equal angle, now suppose this is an arc AB and this is an arc CD. Now if this arc subtend this angle at the center and if this arc subtend this angle at the center and if these two angles are equal, then these two arc will also be equal. Understand what they told? So that means in equal circles. So that means given the two circles are equal and also given angle AOB is equal to angle COD. So this is given. So if this angle equal to this angle, then this arc, then arc AB is equal to arc CD. Now this arc, the smaller part of the arc is known as the minor arc. So we can say it is minor arc because you can look at this arc from two points of view. One is this part and one is this part. So this smaller part is known as the minor arc. So we can say minor arc AB is equal to minor arc CD. But the major arc AB and the major arc CD are also equal because you can understand these two circles are equal. So if this part is equal to this part, then this part will also be equal to that part. So I can also say that major arc AB is also equal to major arc CD. So this is the theorem states that in equal circles. Now this can happen in same circle also, because when I say same circle, there are, suppose this is a circle whose center is say Q, and say suppose this is an arc, say I am taking XY, and this is another arc, say ST. Now if this XY subtend this angle and if this ST subtend this angle, and suppose this angle is equal to this angle, then the arc XY will be equal to arc XT. So here also, so that this is of different circle but they are equal. Two different circle but they are equal circle, and this is on the same circle. So here also we can say given what, angle XQY is equal to angle TQS, then we can say that arc, in fact minor arc XY, minor arc XY is equal to minor arc ST. And we can also say major arc xy. So major arc means this part is also is equal to major arc ST. So the final conclusion is, if the angle at the centers are equal, then the arcs are also equal. So in simple language you can remember like this, कि if the angle subtended by the arcs are equal, then those arcs are also, the length of those arcs are also equal. Understand? Okay, the next theorem is in fact the converse of theorem 1. So if you think conversely, in theorem 2 what this states, that in equal circles or in the same circles, if two arcs are equal, then the angles subtended at the center are also equal. So if you remember in the previous one what they told, if the angles subtended at the center are equal, then the arcs are equal. Here also the same thing, but the converse way. So in equal circles, so this circle and this circle are equal. The center is O, this center is P. If two arcs are equal, now suppose this is an arc AB, this is an arc CD. So if AB is equal to CD, that means this length is equal to this length, then the angle subtended at the center, then this angle is also equal to this angle. So that means here you can say, given two equal circles with centers O and P respectively, and also given arc AB is equal to arc CD, then according to the theorem, angle AOB is equal to angle COD. Understand? Now it can happen in one circle also, same circle. So if same circle, if there are two arcs, say this is arc AB and this is arc CD. Now if this arc is equal to this arc, then the angle subtended by AB is this, and the angle subtended by CD is this. So therefore here I can say, given arc AB is equal to arc CD, then according to the theorem, angle AOB is equal to angle COD. So that means if this is equal to this, then I can say this is also equal to this angle. Understand? Okay, now theorem 3 states that in equal circles or in same circle, equal chords cut off equal arcs. That means if the chords are equal, then the arcs are also equal on that part. So suppose these are the two equal circles with center O and center P. That means given two equal circles with centers O and P respectively, it's also given that this chord AB is equal to chord CD. So this is equal to this. And chord AB is equal to chord CD. Then according to the theorem, arc AB is equal to arc CD. Understand? Now this can happen in same circle also. So suppose this is a center, this is one chord and this is another chord. Now if this arc AB and arc CD are equal, then I can say chord AB and chord CD are equal. So given chord AB is equal to chord CD, then according to the theorem, arc AB is equal to arc CD. Now when I say arc AB is equal to arc CD, that means I am talking about minor arc also, I am talking about major arc also. So if you think this way, then this arc is equal to this arc, and you can also say major arc AB is also equals to major arc CD. Okay? Okay, now this is theorem 4. That is in fact again the converse of theorem 3. Now here what they told, in equal circles or in the same circles, if two arcs are equal, then their chords are also equal. So here the arcs are equal, they have given. So two arcs are equal. So that means it is given two equal arcs. Two equal arcs AB and CD. In fact two equal circles with centers O and P respectively, and here it is given arc AB is equal to arc CD. Then according to the theorem, chord AB is equal to chord CD. It's just the converse of that. So here they have given this arc is equal to this arc. Then this chord will be equal to this chord. Same thing here also, given arc AB is equal to arc CD. So it is the converse. So here it is given this arc is equal to this arc. Then according to the theorem, what? Chord AB will be equal to chord CD. Okay? Now theorem 5 states that equal chords or equal arcs subtend equal angles at the same side of the circumference. If say if chord AB given chord AB is equal to chord CD, or say the arcs are equal, here it is given arc AB is equal to arc CD, then the angle subtended by this chord, any part of the circumference, means touching the circumference, will be angle subtended by this So it can be anywhere. So suppose this arc AB subtending this angle, or better, I'm just changing, you can understand better way. So now you can understand this and this. So here AB is equal to CD. Then AB is subtending any angle. Now it can be from like this, it can be like this, it can be like this, but any angle, then that angle will be equal to this angle. So that means this angle will be equal to this angle. So arc AB is equal to chord AB, given chord AB is equal to chord CD. Then according to the theorem, angle APB is equal to angle CQD. Same thing here also. Arc AB, suppose arc AB is subtending this angle and arc CD is subtending this angle. So it can be anywhere, you can understand, it can be this way, it can be this way, no problem, but the angle will remain same. So here arc AB given arc AB is equal to arc CD, then here also I can say that angle APB is equal to angle CQD. Now this theorem, it can happen for same chord also, because equal chord means same chord. So now here they told equal chords if the chords are equal. Now you can also say that angle subtended by same chord or arc are also equal. So that means if this is a chord AB, then suppose this is subtending this angle, and if it subtend any other angle, then this angle will be equal to this angle, because this is same chord. Now same chord or and equal chord, they are similar, same thing. The extent of this size is same. So here also the extent of this angle size and this angle size will be same. Understand? Similarly, if it is same arc also, then also you can understand same. So if this is an arc AB, then if this is the angle APB, it will subtend same angle. So in this case also I can say this angle is equal to this angle, because this is of same arc. So the final conclusion here is, I can say that equal chord subtend equal angle, and here same chord subtend equal angle at the circumference. Okay. Okay, the next theorem states that the angle subtended by a chord or arc at the center is double the angle subtended at the circumference. So suppose this is chord AB and this is center O. then the angle subtended at the center is AOB by this chord. Then the angle subtended at the circumference will be half of this. So we can simply say that angle subtended at the center, that is angle AOB, is double the angle subtended at the circumference. So that means angle AOB will be double of angle APB. Now suppose this angle is theta, then this angle will be 2 theta. That means if this is 30 degree, this will be 60 degree. If this is 60 degree, this will be 120 degree. If this is 40 degree, this will be 80 degree. By the same chord or by the same arc. So the same arc also, it is the similar situation. If this is AB, arc AB, and this is the center, then suppose if this is 30 degree, then this will be 60 degree. So that means simple, we can say that the angle subtended by a chord or an arc at the center is double the angle subtended at the circumference. Okay. Okay, so this is the end of part 1. So you should go through all these 6 theorems very clearly. Okay, you should understand properly, and then you should also see some solved examples. Okay, and then only you can understand this chapter properly. Okay.